So let's talk about a little bit on the history of digital transformation. Transformation of infrastructure can be traced back thousands of years ago when the wheel was invented. And then hundreds of years ago there was printing press. Now, dozens of years back, the internet came up. The exponential growth does have an origin story. It all began with infrastructure, which became the foundation of applications that redefined the processes. And in that way, everything is connected. The infrastructure determined what kind of apps were used, which determined what kinds of processes worked best. IT infrastructure is the primary digital transformation disruptor. Well, the big machines or the early computers called mainframes led to servers. Servers led to the networks. The networks turned into cloud hosting, and that led to today's hybrid environments. Well, it all started with mainframes, as I said. The huge metal machines redefined data processing by doubling the amount of computations that could be processed in a minute. But the technology wasn't adopted all at once. Governments were the first to put mainframes to work and cut the census processing time from a dozen years to just 1.5 years. Once servers were connected through networks, particularly when a 2 GB server began hosting the World Wide Web in 1991, businesses had to change their infrastructure approach or get left behind. Every business that wanted a place on internet needed a server and data center. So, let's understand what is a server. Server is nothing but a computer program or a software, and to host this program, the businesses needed a data center. Well, data center is nothing but a physical location or the hardware which houses or hosts these servers. And now it's 2021. The businesses no longer require the dedicated data center as they can buy the space in cloud to host their servers. So, let's try to understand what is cloud. Cloud computing is the on-demand availability of the computer system resources, especially data storage and computing power. And this can be done even without you being directly or actively managing the servers. The main difference between the public cloud and the data center is where the data is stored. In the data center, data is most often stored on the premises of your organization. But while in the case of cloud, data can be located somewhere else. It is like renting an apartment and buying the apartment. Having a data center is like you're buying an apartment. It is an expensive affair. Maintenance becomes your responsibility. It might sometimes become a liability if you cannot sell your house. But renting an apartment is much more easier as it would cost you less. It is flexible. If you don't like the apartment, well, you can move. You can go to the bigger or smaller apartment depending on your need. So depending on the need, the organizations today use data centers or cloud, or they prefer the hybrid models, which include part data center and part cloud to get the best of both worlds.